please put the hands together for our next top performer, Andrew Botts.
Well, thank you, Simon, and thank you everyone here. I'm really happy to be standing here on stage today. Now, when I say standing, I mean standing, because I do have a fractured pelvis and a fractured wrist as well. And last week I was hobbling on a walking frame. So to actually standing up there, I'm actually quite happy. I'll probably collapse in a minute though. Megaphobia. Megaphobia. That is the disease that is affecting us all. And thank you to Simon Zutshi and this wonderful community. I have now cured my megaphobia. Well, what is a megaphobia? Well, you know, mega means, you don't know what mega means? Mega means big, and phobia is fear, right? The fear of doing something big. And on the first session, Simon said, your money will run out. Well, he didn't know that actually my money had already run out, actually, but he said your money will run out soon, so you need to get some funding. So I thought, well, if my money's already run out and I need funding, well, maybe I should stop looking at small deals, you know, like I say, 100,000 or 200,000. So I started looking at a place in Leeds for 400,000. I thought, this is pretty good. It stacks up. I'm going to do this one. No. Delete. I'm never going to think of that one again. Because I thought, well, why am I doing a £450,000 deal in Leeds when if I can use other people's funding, what is the limit? So when I realized that, 2 weeks into Mastermind, this is my target for every project. Every project should net 50,000 a year and give me at least 1 million. So that's my target. So a little bit about myself. As you can tell from my exotic Chinglish accent, I was born in London, actually, South London. And then after 10 years of that, I then moved to, this one. Then I moved to sunny Scarborough by the sea. And then, after leaving university 1 year in London, I went to Taiwan, Isla Formosa, the beautiful island, and really, it is seriously beautiful. There, I was 10 years in education where I was a principal, and then I had 10 years in manufacturing where I compounded my own polymer to make these latches for Yamaha and Bombardier, and I also make all the components for these high-speed rail seats. So let's put this into context. Like, we've only known each other for a year, but where was I 1 year ago? Literally 13 months ago, I flew to the UK to join Property Magic Live. I was in Taiwan speaking Chinese every day. This is in fact part of my Chinese presentation for investing in the UK. See, it's all Chinese. See, 大家好. Yeah, so I will say, because there are some people in Taiwan and China watching this, so I'll just say hello. So, you've got to have, as everyone else has mentioned, you've got to have a big reason why. Well, I have 3 reasons why. My 3 gorgeous daughters, Kimberly Abigail, Jean, and Alicia Savannah. When times are getting really tough, and in the morning you've got to do all those things, you've got a list, you're lying in bed, you're thinking all those things you've got to do. You think, oh my God, I can't even get out of bed. I just think of those. I just do the first thing first. Don't worry about the next one. Just get out of bed, think of those, get out of bed, do the first thing. That happens every day. God, they're beautiful. So, I mean, how do you end up in Taiwan, really? Most people don't even know where it is. Well, at the age of about 8 or so, my father died. And Well, let's put it away. My life ended because my mother is not the most stable person, as some people know here. She's actually made life very difficult. At the age of 13, I got my first job. I bought food for the family with my job. At the age of 15, I bought everything I ever needed. So I was almost financially independent at the age of 15. Working with Bernardo's recently, I discovered that they call the term as a young carer. So I was actually looking after my mother. She was a bit emotionally unstable. So as soon as I left university in London, and I was in London, I thought I got to go somewhere safer. And being in Taiwan was safer. All right, so let's talk about property background. Actually, this is my first project. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? Okay, I was just the photocopy boy. Working for Tarmac Management in East Finchley, building the McDonald's headquarters. But here I learned about quantity surveying, very important. I learned about builders do not read the drawings. And if they don't and they do it wrong, your company gets sued. So very important lessons for property there. A few years later, I started my property journey and I went to Coventry to buy some student HMOs. Yes, I was going to retire in Monaco in about 6 months' time. Well, it didn't happen. I'm here, obviously. And for that, I'll thank NatWest for being so pedantic. Because since I was in Taiwan for so long, I don't have any, like my national health numbers disappeared, so I can't even get some medicine for this. My national insurance number, well, that's disappeared as well, so I wasn't even allowed to pay taxes. I don't know if that's a good position or not. Anyway, they found me now, so they've asked for some taxes. Right. So anyway, so NatWest wouldn't allow me to open a bank account, so therefore I couldn't buy these. So I was really bummed. But then I realized if I had won these 3 properties and managed them myself, oh my God, 3 teams of builders, I'd probably die. And if I did survive, I'd only have, say, 20,000 a year, and that's not really enough for Monaco, and that's not really enough for a lifeboat for my 3 daughters. So I started thinking big. After joining this course and changing my mindset and making every project meet this target, I started finding some good deals. This is my first property deal I've ever signed anywhere. This is a manor farm in Scarborough, sunny Scarborough by the sea. It's an existing serviced accommodation business for 64 guests, which is 32 rooms, I think. And as you can see on the bottom right, can you see there's a barn there? This can be converted to another unit for 22 people. This lets out at £4,000 a night. And even better, see the girls? It comes with the girls. So they will run it for me. So there's plenty of opportunity for expansion. It's a really successful business right now, but there's actually a lot of room for expansion, not only with the barn itself. And here's my second project that I did, which is a Victoria Sea view. And if you can't tell, it's got a view of the sea. And the original plan of that is to convert it to 12 apartments, all with a stunning sea view. Now, have any of you seen this hotel before? Well, if you watch the BBC, you actually see it all the time. There's the Scarborough's TV program. Have you seen it on BBC One? Right, on the opening credits, you'll see my hotel there on the right. So it's got stunning sea view. A little bit to the right, you'll see the castle. To the left is literally a 2-mile sandy beach. And you can also see the North Yorkshire Moors National Park. So the view there is amazing. So let's forget the flats. Let's convert it to a wedding venue. So I'm meeting 2 wedding planners next week. They love the venue. So I'm going to make the top into a big open, just so they got a great view of all the Scarborough's environment. And the floor below will be like a bridal suite and the family. And below that will be service accommodation in 3 big units following the manor farm business model. So there are 2 of my projects. Yeah. So how do you cure your, what is my strategy? I don't buy first with a mortgage. Why don't I get a mortgage? because I can't. What's your, can you imagine, you go to a mortgage broker, first lesson they say, you need a good mortgage broker. Okay, hi. So I went to see one. So, what's your national insurance number? Oh, don't have one. So tell me about your income in England. I had one about 20 years ago. So as you can see, I can't get a mortgage. I have to get creative. So I can't buy properties. So what I do, I always lock them out, either just a lockout agreement with an RX1, thank you, Walter, for the tip on that one, or a full-on purchase lease, a purchase option. So the hotel, for example, is on a purchase option subject to planning. So this is how you create big deals with tiny money. My own funds to make these, well, the 3 projects I have right now, my own funds, 4,000, 5,000, that's all you need. Okay, now once you've controlled them, worked out the plan, then you get funding. Now, do any of you recognize me from TV? Yeah, somebody does. Thank you. Yeah. So you learn there. So if you've got a deal that stacks up, you got the team to build it for you, you get funding very easily. All right, there we go. Just in case you haven't seen me on TV, that's what I look like. But I really recommend, if you haven't seen me, please do it. Why? Because if I can do it, yes, you can do it as well, right? So please, get on my website, watch this, and go, wow, he sounds drunk. Wow, he sounds drunk and got funding. So if I turn up sober, then maybe you get funding too. All right, so basically the 3 steps to bigger deals, right? As your success comes from opportunity and preparation. What's a great place for preparation? Well, read one of these books. That's a really good start. And you need a community here, right? Just basically learning. You've all been on Rightmove, stared at a property for 5 hours wondering if it's going to work or not. And here's a very sad one. This one makes you really sad. Because my friend Mina said, Andrew, I got this great deal. Let's do it. Wow, it's amazing. And I looked at this for hours. And I had no idea if it's a deal or not. Because I didn't have the education to appraise it. Now I do. Mina, it's awesome. Buy it. I was too late. So that's what I say. You've got to have the preparation before the opportunity. And then I like to stand on the shoulders of giants so you can see from their, learn from their wisdom. All right. Second one is monitor to make it happen. And how to do that? All you need to do is, that's it. All you have to do is listen. Listen to the seller. Listen to the solicitors that help you with the purchase lease option. They are all there trying to help you. It's amazing. So just to make things happen, just listen. When you go to a meeting with a vendor, I tell myself all the time, well, I better not swear, but I do actually tell myself, shut the beep up. When I meet anyone, funders, anybody, I just say, shut the beep up, listen, listen, listen. And the third one is borrow. So you need funding, obviously, to make things happen. So I'd like to say a big thank you to Taiwan and China that's helping me so far. I've got potential in Dubai as well. If you've got, I've just said it before, I'm going to say it again. If you've got a good deal, make sure you've got the good team to build it, you can get, it's that easy. It really is. So 3 steps to curing your megaphobia is appraise, monitor, and borrow. All right? Or come and work with me. Right, well, here's a deal summary. So I've only got 3 deals. I'm not a machine like Mark and Walter. Maybe I'm too old. They've got energy. So I've only got 3 deals. So rental income. So I started literally 13 months ago. I came to England to say, right, I'm going to do this. Went to Property Magic Live, signed up for this community there and then, and started about a week later. So my rental income has gone from 0 to when all these projects are completed and all finished, they'll be, well, that's quite good. And the uplift, well, the purchase price is 3.3 million to 8.3 million. And these 3 projects are no money in deals for me, apart from looking after myself, eating, train tickets. God, I live so frugally. I think Michelle can appreciate, because she saw me in Liverpool. We're like, do we have enough money to eat? Or I don't know, do we have to eat today? Right. So lucky for me, I'm already giving back. And on my trip to Dubai, I discovered Ramadan. Now, what is Ramadan? Basically, it's where you fast yourself to appreciate what it's like for a farmer. You know, those people that are growing food for you to eat, giving you the successful life that you can have. They're like, they are so shinku. In fact, when I say I can't speak English properly, I even speak Chinese words sometimes. Shinku, what's that? It means kind of hard. It's very difficult. So now what I do, once a week, I've done it before, but now I'm doing this every single week. I'll find someone that's begging and need food. I'll take them into a supermarket and I'll buy food for them, about typically £15 or so. And that's the same what I normally pay for dinner when I'm on a business trip. So I'll give my £15 to them and I will not eat dinner. So I can feel what it's like for them not to have a regular meal on their table. So I'm doing this once a week now. So there we go. So I got 4 key sayings that really help my businesses grow. The first one is, you get what you want by helping others to get what they want. Really? So when you talk with the vendors, like, oh, how do you persuade the vendors? I didn't persuade the vendors. You just shut the beep up. What do you want? Yeah, I'll do that. It's really quite easy. The next one, and I just love this one. The light bulb wasn't invented by improving the candle. Sometimes you really do need to think right out of the box. Get creative. Everything's possible. You know, there's that property down the road for 2 million, but I don't have million. So 2 million. So what? Make it a deal, you'll find 2 million. Next one. The sun only burns. Sorry, the sun only burns. That's right, see if you're awake. I used to be an English teacher, just in case you didn't notice. So this is very important for us guys as part of mastermind, right? What do you want? Rent to rent, this, that, commercial, blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's too many. Just choose what you want to do and focus on it. And the last one, teamwork what? That's right, isn't that right, Gary? And Pardeep. It is fantastic. Yeah, we're setting up, we're all a big team here, big family. I'm always happy to help anyone here that needs my help. Just give me a call. I'm always happy to help you. So finally, everybody, I'd like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. The first thank you definitely goes to my mastermind community, because without you, I would not have been able to have the courage, the support to get these 3 projects. And also, of course, to Simon Zutshi as well. Thank you very much, Simon, for being there. We've actually even had some personal phone calls. We've even, I've sat with you at the dinner table. I've actually asked you directly, and you've been an amazing help of that, and just understanding your own situation as well. So, and thank you very much to my 3 gorgeous daughters for giving me the purpose in life to keep going, to make this journey much stronger. So, thank you very much.